let's go through LeetCode number 739, daily temperature. Given an array of integer temperature represents the daily temperature, return an array answer such that answer I is the number of days you have to wait after ith day to get a warmer temperature. If there is no future day for which it is possible, keep this answer I to be 0 instead. Let's take a look at the example. 73 to 74, we have to wait for 1 day. And 74 to 75, we have to wait for 1 day. In 75, we have to wait 4 days to get 76. In 71, we have to wait 2 days. So intuitively, we just want to iterate one by one, use brute force. But let's see, this kind of array have length, this kind of range. If we use a brute force for everyone trying to find the next warmer one, it will be O(n) squared times time complexity. So what we want to do some other way. We want to find the next greater, the first next greater element. What we think about for the next greater, next smaller, previous greater, previous smaller is using stack. So we store in the stack, right? So what we push, for example, the first index is 0, and it has number 73, right? And now we come 1 and 74. But what happens is that 74 is greater than 73. So we need to pop this out. So next step is that while we pop, we'll see the first one, the index 0, the next one more will be index 1, right? So we have a result 0 will be equals 1 minus 0, right? And then we push 174. And then now we have 275, right? When this coming here, we see 75 is greater than the temperature is greater than 74. So we'll pop this out, and we'll have 275 here. And also we have a result 1 equals 2 minus 1, right? And then we have 73, 71. We'll see this one is not a high one. We just push this one to the stack and push 371, and we are going to push 4, index 469, right? And you'll see in this stack, every temperature is decreasing. So we call this is a monotonic stack. And then after that, we have 572, right? 572. We see this is a high one. So let's say we'll pop out this, and we also have a result 4 equals 5 minus 4. So this will be pop. And also 72 is greater than 71. So this will also be popped out. So result 3 equals 5 minus 3. And we'll push this 572 to the stack. Let's use another 572, right? And then there is the same way 673 is here. Then we'll pop this out, pop out this out, and also get result 5 equals 6 minus 5 equals 1, and the result 2 equals 6 minus 6 minus 2, right? So that will be 4, right? So that is this 4, and then we'll have in this stack we'll have 676, right? and then we'll push 773 because this is not high one. So for the 6 and the 7, we couldn't find a temperature higher, so it will be 0. So let's just simulate this kind of steps. We'll have int in cost temperatures buffer length. And we are going to have and back. We are going to store the index. Way back. And we have a result. New means how many it was store how many days need to wait return result. So we're going to use for int I equals 0, smaller than I plus plus as what we simulate, that is while the stack is not empty. And temperature I, if this is greater than stack temperature stack, we call it a stack. Dot peak, right? And we'll just have the stack up. And we also have stack push every index. So let's say int index equals this one top right. So I have result index roughly I minus index. Using stack, the time complexity will be O(n). Space complexity will also be a O(n). Right. And also, we can use array to simulate the stack, because stack is a bit complicated data structure. We don't want to use the stack. We can use an array to simulate the stack. Also create a stack. And we're going to have index equals -1, right? And what we are going to do is that is greater than, while index greater equal to 0, and stack index will have just stack index, right? Let's use another variable called actually this is a variable we don't need to use multiple times. We just do this. The index minus, right? Otherwise, we just have x X equals 9. Okay. Result should be stack index. Sorry. Doing like this, the time complexity will also still be O in space complexity is O in.